Good Wednesday morning. President Trump facing new questions
about the futures of both Venezuela and Greenland. It is January 7th. This is Today. Breaking overnight, uncertain future. New chaos in Venezuela with growing protests against the U.S. A top official there now declaring his allegiance to ousted leader Nicolas Maduro, as President Trump says that nation has agreed to send millions of barrels of oil to America. We're live from the White House and in the region. Arctic target. The Trump administration making it clear it's now setting its sights on Greenland, but facing growing pushback from Democrats and Republicans on Capitol Hill.
Look, no, I don't think that's perfect.
And a fierce response from key U.S. allies overseas. We'll have the very latest. Breaking overnight, runway scare. Frightening moments in Atlanta. The tires on a packed plane blowing out while trying to land.
I mean, we were going fast and you couldn't, the plane wasn't stopping.
This morning, the harrowing stories of rattled passengers, the massive emergency response, and the search for answers now underway. In court, Rob Reiner's son, Nick, facing a judge today, set to be arraigned in the brutal murder of his parents. New details from the investigation and the potential move by the defense that could impact that high-profile case. New flu fears, mounting concerns with most of the country now in the grip of the most aggressive strain of the virus in years.
Every time we would think we were getting better, someone would get worse.
With cases and hospitalizations continuing to skyrocket, why doctors are warning the worst could still be weeks away. All that, plus pizza wars. A closer look at slumping sales for one of America's favorite treats. This morning, what's slicing into those orders and what your favorite chains are doing to boost business. And stars on ice.
Alyssa getting her final reps in.
The country's best figure skaters gearing up for the U.S. Championships. The final step before the Olympic team is revealed. We're there live with just a month to go to Milan. Today, Wednesday, January 7th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Greg Melton. Live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today. So glad you're starting your Wednesday morning with us. Chanel is in while Savannah's on the mend.
Good morning to you. Should we see the big clock?
There we go. 30 days until the Winter Olympics in Milan. And America's biggest skating stars, they're getting set to compete down in St. Louis for the U.S. Championship.
It's just so exciting to watch. It's like, watching them fly.
We're going to preview the skating championships and countdown to Milan coming up in just a bit. More on that Olympic excitement a little later. But we do want to start with the Trump administration's foreign policy in the spotlight this morning.
We've seen new protests in Venezuela overnight after President Trump revealed his plan for that country's oil. And another revelation is rattling the international community. White House officials saying they are discussing a range of options, including using the U.S. military to acquire Greenland from Denmark.
We've got both stories covered for you this morning, starting with NBC's Gabe Gutierrez from Colombia. Once again, Gabe, good morning.
Greg, with some breaking news, according to two U.S. officials, the U.S. has begun an operation to seize a Russian-registered oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. Law enforcement officials are currently on board, and the move is likely to raise tensions not just here in this region, but around the world. Overnight, a show of defiance inside Venezuela. The country's prominent interior minister posting video surrounded by armed men declaring allegiance to now deposed leader Nicolas Maduro. Chanting, "Loyal always, never traitors." It follows a march supporting Maduro yesterday, all meant to send a message to President Trump, who's moving ahead with his plans for Venezuela, announcing overnight that the country will turn over 30 to 50 million barrels of oil to the U.S., adding it will be sold at market price, with the revenue used to benefit both Americans and Venezuelans. The president also touting the stealth U.S. mission that captured Maduro and his wife.
It was amazing, and think of it, nobody was killed, and on the other side, a lot of people were killed.
Venezuela's military now says 24 of its troops died in the attack. Cuba has said 32 of its nationals were also killed. The Pentagon says just 7 American soldiers were injured. 5 are already back on duty, with 2 others still recovering, including one shot multiple times in the leg.
It was an amazing military feat.
Inside Venezuela, the remaining government is still cracking down on dissent, detaining journalists and police saying they arrested these 2 people for celebrating Maduro's arrest. People really don't want to leave their homes, this Venezuelan man who crossed the border into Colombia says, adding there are armed groups outside conducting searches. With mounting questions about who's in charge in Venezuela, acting President Delcy Rodriguez insists no external agent is governing the country. NBC News has learned the Trump administration had been in discussions with Rodriguez and her brother for months before the Maduro raid. That's according to 2 people familiar with a classified briefing to top members of Congress this week. Amid all the tension inside Venezuela, U.S. tensions with neighboring Colombia are also escalating. The government here is promising to fight back against the U.S. if it were to attack, and Colombia's president is calling for nationwide demonstrations later today, Craig.
Gabe Gutierrez starting us off there in Colombia. Gabe, thank you.
Another major headline this morning, President Trump's newest push for the U.S. to take over Greenland. The administration insisting once again it's needed for security reasons, saying a range of options are on the table, including the military, and that is rattling some longtime U.S. allies. NBC's chief White House correspondent Peter Alexander has the details. Peter, good morning.
Chanel, the president's years-long desire to take control of Greenland is picking up steam and infuriating the U.S.'s European allies, who unloaded an unprecedented rebuke directed at the U.S. just yesterday. It comes as one of the president's top advisors this week questioned the right of Denmark, a fellow NATO nation, to claim the territory, and as we learn new details about how the U.S. is considering taking it over. This morning, President Trump accelerating his push to take over Greenland. The White House revealing the president and his team are discussing a range of options for acquiring the Arctic territory from Denmark, adding that utilizing the U.S. military is always an option. President Trump recently insisted the U.S. needs Greenland for security reasons and that Denmark is not able to protect it, which Denmark disputes.
Right now, Greenland is covered with Russian and Chinese ships all over the place.
While those nations have a presence in the Arctic, Greenland is in fact not surrounded by their ships. According to the New York Times, citing U.S. officials, Secretary of State Marco Rubio told lawmakers President Trump plans to buy Greenland rather than invade it. The Times reports the president asked aides to give him an updated plan for acquiring the territory. The U.S. military has a base on the island. Vice President Vance visited it last year. On Tuesday, Denmark and 6 other NATO allies delivering a strongly worded response to the president's comments, writing Greenland belongs to its people. But top White House aide Stephen Miller asserts,
obviously, Greenland should be part of the United States.
Democrats sharply critical, but saying after the Venezuela operation, the president's words have to be taken seriously.
I certainly was amongst those who, 12 months ago or 6 months ago, dismissed his talk of taking over Greenland as an intentional distraction. I think now you have to really think about what's in the president's brain.
And multiple Republicans say they're opposed to taking control of Greenland by force, including House Speaker Mike Johnson.
Look, no, I don't think that's appropriate.
And it comes as the president is trying to unite his party, rallying House Republicans yesterday and hitting home the consequences of the upcoming midterm elections as he sees it.
You got to win the midterms, because if we don't win the midterms, it's just going to be, they'll find a reason to impeach me. I'll get impeached.
Now back to that clash over the Arctic for a moment. Greenland and the Danish government announced that they have asked for a meeting with Secretary of State Marco Rubio following the president's latest comments. The Danish prime minister warning a U.S. military attack on Greenland would effectively end the NATO alliance. There is another headline, the White House facing scrutiny over a controversial new website it posted about the January 6th attack just yesterday. 5 years after hundreds of the president's supporters stormed the Capitol over his false election claims, the White House posted this website that really rewrites the history of that day. It calls the rioters peaceful protesters, blames Capitol police officers for deliberately escalating tensions, although video footage shows rioters assaulting those officers. The site also falsely claims Democrats staged the real insurrection, criticizes Mike Pence for certifying the election, calling it a betrayal. And finally, This new website asserts that the president acted decisively on that day, even though congressional investigations, including text messages, have revealed that some of his own aides, allies, and family members called on him to speak out sooner as the situation spiraled out of control. Chanel, late Tuesday, Democrats held a vigil to commemorate the anniversary of the January 6th attack. Back to you.
Peter Alexander at the White House. Thank you.
Let's get to that breaking news overnight at the airport in Atlanta. FAA investigators are trying to figure out what caused the tires on a passenger plane to explode as it landed. NBC's Tom Costello covers aviation for us. Tom, good morning. What do we know?
Yeah, Craig, this happened at about 7:30 last night. Airport fire rescue surrounded the LATAM flight 2482. It was a Boeing 767-300. It was arriving after a very long 7-hour flight from South America when it experienced a very, very rough landing. A big emergency response overnight at the nation's busiest airport after a plane's tires exploded on landing.
We got an emergency on the other side of the airport. Someone just blew all their tires landing.
The FAA says the plane, a LATAM Airlines flight from Lima, Peru, landed safely.
All of your real tires are blown. I believe the only ones still in good shape are the front ones.
But it was a scary moment for passengers on board.
We were landing fine, and then it's like it sounded like or felt like the wheels had popped.
Images from the runway show the plane's mangled tires. Mechanics inspected the plane and stabilized the landing gear. There were no reported injuries, and in a statement, LATAM Airlines says all passengers and crew were disembarked without incident. One passenger saying the hard landing broke a bathroom door and shook loose what appeared to be insulation from the plane's ceiling. Now, those on board thankful for the crew's response and the safe arrival in Atlanta.
That is this plane even going to be able to stop? Because you could hear, we were going fast and you couldn't, the plane wasn't stopping. So eventually stopped. It was like until it finally stopped.
So the airport reports really minimal, no impact after this emergency. Listen, given that there are nearly 50,000 flights every day in the United States, it's rather uncommon for a plane to blow all of its tires on landing and then to have the landing gear collapse. So investigators will be looking at the plane's maintenance records and then whether there was any kind of debris on the runway that might have caused the tires to explode as they touched down, Craig.
A scary sight nonetheless. Tom Costello. Yeah. Tom, thank you.
Also this morning, the Uvalde school shooting is back in the headlines today. A trial now underway for a police officer accused of not doing enough to stop the attack that claimed the lives of 19 students and 2 teachers nearly 4 years ago. NBC's Ryan Chandler is at the courthouse in Corpus Christi. Good morning to you, Ryan.
Chanel, good morning. It was an emotional first day of trial and a day that Uvalde's families have demanded for years. The chance to prove in court what they've believed all along, that law enforcement didn't do nearly enough to save the lives of their children and loved ones.
A trial is now underway for a former school police officer accused of failing to respond to the horrific 2022 Uvalde school shooting. Adrian Gonzalez, one of the first officers on the scene, is now the first to stand trial. Gonzalez has pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. 29 counts of child abandonment or endangerment.
When you hear gunshots, you go to the gunfire.
Prosecutors say Gonzalez heard multiple shots that day, but did not act before the gunman killed 19 children and 2 teachers. Velma Duran, whose sister, teacher Irma Garcia, died in the attack trying to protect her young students, blames the officer for not helping.
Adrian could have stopped him. If he's the first one that was there, he could have stopped him.
On Tuesday, the jury heard from another former teacher, Stephanie Hale, who testified through tears about seeing the gunman.
As we were all running into the classroom, I saw I don't know what to call him, horrible person, walking.
In an extensive report on the shooting, the Justice Department pointed to cascading failures among the 376 officers on the scene that day. But Gonzalez is one of only 2 officers facing criminal charges. His defense urging the jury to not punish Gonzalez for the evil of the attacker.
The monster who hurt those children is dead.
Some of the victims' families watching the trial say they hope this is just the start
of a long road to justice. What do you hope comes next for the families of the victims?
I wish they would look into every single person that was at least in the hallway, because they stood there not knowing. The people outside, I don't know what they were waiting for.
And a dramatic snag at the end of the courtroom day yesterday, a potential legal bombshell relating to the testimony of the teacher that we just heard from. Stephanie Hale testifying that she saw the gunman at a location near where Gonzalez also would have been. That is a crucial assertion for the defense to disprove, and they immediately objected, saying, one, they doubt the validity of that claim, and two, they had never heard that testimony before. They accused the prosecution of staging a, quote, trial by ambush. For now, this trial is expected to last about 2 weeks, and Gonzalez could face 2 years for every charge he's found guilty of. Chanel.
All right, Ryan, thank you.
Lots more to get to, including the new alarm being sounded this morning over this nationwide surge in flu cases. NBC's Sam Brock has been talking to some emergency physicians on the front line. Sam, good morning.
Greg, good morning. This is shaping up to be historic. The percentage of people reporting flu-like symptoms when seeing their healthcare provider is the highest rate in more than a quarter century since the CDC began tracking that data. Physicians say that influenza A is one of the most aggressive strains that we've seen in years, and now news that Massachusetts is reporting 4 pediatric deaths. That's just this season, elevating the urgency. With the new year just underway,
it needs to stop. No more.
Flu season is surging across the country with no signs of slowing down.
The worst part about it was every time we would think we were getting better, someone would get worse.
The latest report from the CDC showing more than 8% of all visits to a doctor were for respiratory illness, more than double the baseline and the highest rate in nearly 30 years. With estimates that there have been more than 120,000 hospitalizations and 5,000 deaths from flu so far this season.
To speak to anybody who's had it, it's absolutely miserable this year. It sticks around. You're typically sick for more than a week.
Dr. Daniel Shannon at Anderson Emergency Center in Rhode Island says the Brown University Health System has seen 15% of all ER patients reporting flu symptoms and 2/3 testing positive, prompting red status, requiring masks for everyone in their facilities.
Does that over-index what you might normally see?
It's a much higher mark than what we typically see. It's much higher than we were seeing at the same time last year.
The concerning numbers coming right as Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and HHS announcing they're removing the flu vaccine from the childhood vaccination schedule, effective immediately. Still, as of Tuesday afternoon, the CDC's website recommends everyone 6 months and older who has not yet been vaccinated this season get an annual influenza vaccine.
What are you telling them is the best course of action?
If you have vulnerable populations or if you have people in your family that can benefit from a flu shot, we still advocate getting a flu shot.
Last year's flu season was the deadliest on record for pediatric fatalities. And now for this season, the CDC already reporting 9. 2 in Boston announced this week, the first there in more than a decade.
We have not yet seen a peak. I have not seen anything that suggests that we're at the top of the crest yet.
Yeah, that's unsettling for sure. So RSV guys and COVID cases are also on the rise, but doctors say nowhere close to what we're seeing right now with the flu. Of course, it's always a good idea to get vaccinated. And even if there is a breakthrough, they say that your symptoms will not be as serious if you've had the shot. The reality with this strain is it's knocking people off of their feet.
Yeah.
So this is something absolutely families need to be aware of.
And yesterday, Dr. Natalie made a good point. I mean, even if you get the flu once, you can still get the flu again.
Right.
So.
And I thought it was interesting that she talked about the fact that it's still not too late to get the vaccine. Correct. And it takes about 2 weeks to kick in. But a little bit is
point.
Right. A little bit is better than nothing at this point. So it was good. Thank you. All right, turning now to the weather and a first check of Dylan's forecast in for Al this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. We have some warm temperatures to talk about. In fact, a lot of the country is going to enjoy temperatures about 20 to nearly 30 degrees above average, especially back through parts of the Plain States. Dallas, 78 degrees today. Memphis, 66. That's 17 degrees above average. Even Chicago above average with a high of 46 degrees. That warm air will spread eastward. Paducah, Kentucky tomorrow, 68 degrees. Columbus, Ohio, 57. Raleigh, 65. New York, close to 50 degrees. So that's also well above average. We'll settle into temperatures that are closer to average as we go through the weekend. Milwaukee will be back down to about 30 degrees by Sunday. Cincinnati sinks down to about 37. Buffalo, mid-30s too. Even up into New England, we will see temperatures warm up and then cool cool right back down. Now, we do have this cold front that's going to move on through, but not a whole lot of wet weather. Rain and snow out in the Pacific Northwest, some heavy rain in the Southwest, but for the most part, things are quiet across the country. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
And don't forget, I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
Oh, Carson.
I'm so moved.
We are back at 7:30. One of Carson Daly's favorite films.
Never actually seen it.
No.
You're killing me.
Notting Hill. It's an item, I guess, in today's Pop Star.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Nearly 30 years later, Julia Roberts is revealing why she actually almost turned down that role and then what suddenly changed her mind. We're going to hear from Julia coming up.
It's one of those classics.
Is
and
it?
People everywhere love it, yeah. You should
People
give it a
everywhere.
shot one weekend.
Okay.
That's what I say.
All right.
Anyway, looking forward to Pop Star. All right, but first, we have a busy half hour for you ahead, starting with new developments in a high-profile case. Nick Reiner, the son of legendary director Rob Reiner, and his wife, Michelle, due in court today to be arraigned in the killing of his parents.
NBC's Morgan Chesky is in Los Angeles for us. Morgan, good morning.
Yeah, guys, good morning. And on paper, this is slated to be a formal arraignment inside the L.A. County Courthouse. But new details surrounding Nick Reiner's mental health could have his defense team pushing for a possible delay. All of this coming as new tributes keep pouring in for his beloved parents.
This morning, Nick Reiner is headed back to court, charged in the murders of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner. No longer on suicide watch, Reiner is still being closely monitored, according to LA's NBC4, who spoke with the LA County Sheriff's Department. Multiple sources telling NBC News the 32-year-old, who had been open about his struggles with substance abuse, was diagnosed with schizophrenia several years ago, and that his medication had been changed or adjusted sometime before the killings. In December, Reiner's defense attorney calling for patience during the judicial process.
We ask that you allow the system to move forward in the way that it was designed to move forward, not with a rush to judgment, not with jumping to conclusions, but with restraint and with dignity.
After confirming the couple's cause of death as multiple sharp force injuries, the medical examiner has sealed their autopsies, placing both under a security hold, common in high-profile cases. Now, tender tributes for both, only growing.
Do a little of that swing around.
The Princess Bride's Carrie Elwes sharing this rehearsal footage, writing, Rob's heart was filled with love and compassion. Martin Scorsese describing his longtime friend as a master of comedy, calling his directing debut in This Is Spinal Tap an immaculate creation. When Harry Met Sally star Meg Ryan honoring the Reiners on Instagram last month, writing, I have to believe that their story will not end with this impossible tragedy, that some good may come, some awareness raised. And last weekend's Critics' Choice Awards, William H. Macy opening up to Access Hollywood.
And the one thing I remember about him directing was his joy. He just loved the whole process.
Stars paying tribute to the man who devoted his life to much more than Hollywood.
Rob and Michelle were tireless in their efforts to so many important causes, all stemming from one basic idea, decency, that we should all look out for each other.
Morgan, you mentioned in your story there some of the questions surrounding Nick Reiner's mental health specifically. Any idea at this point what kind of an impact that could have on his case?
Yeah, Craig, potentially it could be very significant here. Experts we've spoken to tell us that his mental state could not only be a central theme in this case, but could stop it in its tracks if Reiner is deemed not competent to stand trial. That said, at this point, it's still too early to know which direction this case goes. Craig?
All right, Morgan Chesky for us there. Morgan, thank you.
All right, guys, coming up, get out your calendars on our Pop Start sneak peek. We're going to be looking ahead to some of the most anticipated movies and shows of 2026.
Nice, but first, is it even possible? Could Americans be breaking up with pizza?
No.
Joe Fryer is looking into this one.
Yeah, in a world where you can have McDonald's delivered to your home, pizza sales are slumping. So what exactly is going on here? We're going to do a deep dish dive coming up.
All right, we are back now, coming up on 7:39 with In Depth today. And for the next few minutes, you can forget about that New Year's weight loss resolution because we're going to talk about pizza.
Yeah, the reason we're talking about pizza is because there's a new report out in the Wall Street Journal highlighting slumping sales for one of America's most beloved foods.
NBC's Joe Fryer is here with the details. Hey, Joe.
Hey there, yeah, no resolution for just a few minutes here. From the bubbly golden crust to the melted cheese to Too many toppings to count. Pizza has long, of course, been a favorite treat, but some of the country's biggest chains are now competing with a growing number of options when it comes to dining and delivery.
For some, it's love at first bite. America's passion for pizza spans more than a century, and on any given day, an estimated 1 in 10 Americans enjoy a slice or more.
I can eat a whole medium pizza by myself.
Some major chains are facing new challenges to feed America's insatiable appetite and offering deep discounts, new side options, and celebrities to entice customers, even the GOAT.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling, "Hut! Pizza! Hut!"
Mom! All the promotion coming as the Wall Street Journal reports sales growth among pizza shops is lagging behind other fast food options.
With the CFO of Papa John's telling the Journal, pizza is disrupted right now.
Companies like Domino's, Pizza Hut, and Papa John's, and Marco's, and many others have to compete with pretty much any other restaurant in the country in a business that for decades they pretty much had locked up to themselves.
Experts say along with more delivery options these days, customers can find a growing number of high-quality pizzas in grocery stores. And while the future of rehydrated pizza has not arrived just yet,
Hydrate level 4, please.
not everyone is looking to dine in.
I thought it could be a fun family activity if we had a make-your-own pizza night.
Well, we could order Domino's.
Data from Slice, which caters to independent shops, shows Friday nights remain supreme, with 3 times as many pizza orders as Mondays.
8 out of 10 consumers basically order from the same shop over and over.
And when it comes to those looking for higher-end options, one popular New Haven-style chain, Sally's Up Eats, is actually expanding, with plans to add 10 additional locations in the coming year.
Fortunately, as a company, we're not seeing what a lot of other restaurants are. There's a major demand for this level of pizza and dining experience, very much still in the country.
So these days, some pizza shops do face a couple of big operating challenges. Finding labor is one, and then the cost of cheese, which can make up 70% of the cost of a pie. When you order from third-party platforms like a DoorDash, Uber, Grubhub, customers may also encounter a markup, especially for some smaller shops looking to cover those additional costs. Bottom line, the days of the dollar slice are pretty much over. But look, I brought you, who needs a slice? It's a blank canvas. What would you put on this cheese pizza?
It's a beautiful thing. Still reigns supreme.
I love that we found a pizza at 7:40 in the morning. It's delivered.
It's funny, we think
can't get pizza.
We're oversaturated with pizza places in our town, and yet they continue to open up. Despite these stories, they just...
Why, thank you.
They always still manage to do well.
And some of the independent ones are doing really well. It's really, some people say the headline is the chains are the ones that are struggling a little more.
And you brought up a really good point. These days, you can order other things besides just pizza.
True.
You know, with DoorDash.
Anything can be delivered.
Yeah. It was great.
I also wonder...
Thanks for the pizza, Joe.
You decided to choose and ask the question?
All these GLP-1 shots and now the pills, I do wonder if that's also affecting.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah.
Thanks for that contribution.
Not me. Not me.
That's the topping I ordered for this pie. A little GLP-1.
Just sprinkle it on the top.
That's not Parmesan cheese.
You know what? It balances out.
A little microdose.
Calorie-free. Just eat it.
Dylan, we saved you a slice.
I'm not a huge pizza fan.
What?
I know. Like, unless it's loaded with toppings, I find it monotonous.
That's even weirder.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
You
don't like pizza, but you like super pizza.
Yes, like sauces, peppers, mushrooms.
Wow.
Like, then I'm in.
You're just
so, like,
doing
a plain
too much.
slice?
Okay.
Hot take this morning.
Okay.
All right, we've got some snow across the Northeast, especially up across New England, where we have some residual snow that will eventually come to an end. So because of that, we do have some winter weather advisories, a little bit of icing across Massachusetts, most of the snow falling across Maine, but also back through New York. We have this sloppy mix of snow and rain and some ice, too, across especially eastern New York. Then as we go towards the end of the week, we're going to see this bigger storm system move through the middle of the country, back through the Midwest. We'll likely see some stronger storms, some gusty winds, some heavier downpours, and then especially on Friday, down through Mississippi into Louisiana. That's where we have a slight risk of some stronger storms as this front stalls out a bit. So heavy rain, and we could see that cloud-to-ground lightning, some small hail, some gusty winds, too. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast.
What else
I'm glad I don't like pizza because you actually
I know we all just actually.
I know. I put it over there.
You hate turkey sandwiches too, I heard.
And hot dogs and apple
And
pie.
grilled cheese.
And sunshine
Let's
and
get your
rainbows.
Pop Start
I like
sneak
most
peek, guys.
things.
It's a new year, but we're already looking ahead to all the big shows for the big screen and the small screen. IMDb announcing its list of the most anticipated movies of the new year. This is based on the website's page views. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the movies that made the cut. We got your top 10 here. The first one, I got adaptations of toys, books, and video games with Masters of the Universe. Ryan Gosling's Project Hail Mary's on the list, Wuthering Heights, Street Fighter, and the newest Hunger Games prequel, Sunrise on the Reaping. In our top 5, we got that Michael Jackson biopic, the new Spider-Man Brand New Day people are pumped about, Mortal Kombat 2, and Avengers Doomsday. You're thinking, what epic movie that's coming out this year could top a new Marvel movie? Well, here's a clip of it.
Odyssey.
No one could stand between my bed and home.
Good though.
That is Christopher Nolan's star-studded Odyssey there. Looking forward to that one?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm surprised Super Mario Brothers, the sequel, wasn't on that list, too.
Oh, all right.
It's coming out this year. Oh, yeah?
My kids are very excited.
Let's check out the shows now when it comes to, well, television and streaming. The top 5 most anticipated of the new year. The new Yellowstone spinoff, Why Marshall. We got Star Trek Starfleet Academy, Marvel's Wonder Man, DC's Green Lantern series, and here's a look at number 1.
If I could call myself a champion, some great house might take me into its service. Perhaps even House Targaryen.
That is the new Game of Thrones prequel, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So just a few shows and movies to add to your viewing for the new year.
All right, well, stick around for more Pop Start and your morning boost. Hey, Jenna.
Hi, guys. Okay, we love kids, we love wedding videos, and we've got an adorable boost that combines both of them right after this.
We are back with Jenna's morning boost.
All right, you guys, get your Kleenex ready. This is a super sweet one. A teacher's wedding video is going viral for its special surprise from her students. Listen to these adorable messages they recorded for her reception.
Hi, Miss Cameron. It's Colton. Thank you for being a fun teacher. It's awful. It's Archer. Thank you for teaching us, Miss Cameron. Thank you for helping us when we're stuck in learning.
That's great.
By the way, yes, and
Good
kudos
idea.
to the husband, I think, or the mother, or whoever came up with the idea to
Great
do
idea.
that.
That's a
Because how
great idea.
touching is it?
Love good
Another
teachers.
reason we love
Incredible.
teachers.
Exactly, that was
Yeah,
great.
good one there. All right, coming up, we've told you about the long-awaited Star Search revival. Remember that show?
Star Search.
1983 to 1995.
I
It was
loved it.
must-watch
Yes.
television. Well, now that they're bringing it back, we've got the star-studded panel. The judges that are going to be on the new one. We'll tell you about that on Pop Start and a whole lot more after a quick check of your local
I
news.
loved it. Here's 5 stars.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, growing tensions. President Trump revealing his plan for Venezuela to turn over millions of barrels of oil to the U.S. This as the White House talks about a range of options, including using the military to take over Greenland. We'll have all the latest developments just ahead. Then, remembering Michael Reagan, a look back at the life of the well-known conservative voice and son of former President Ronald Reagan.
My dad showed us the pathway.
Coming up, how he's being remembered. And countdown to Milan, the U.S. Figure Skating Championships getting underway with just 1 month to go until the Winter Olympics. Gold medalist skater Tara Lipinski joining us live to break it all down. All that, plus a fan favorite returning for the new Avengers movie. Why Julia Roberts almost turned down one of her most iconic roles.
I'm also just a girl. Standing in front of a boy. Asking him to love her.
And Ethan Hawke, live in Studio 1A. We'll ask him about the awards buzz around his latest role.
It's gonna be the biggest hit he ever had.
It's all ahead today, Wednesday, January 7th, 2026.
Visiting from Memphis, Tennessee.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Phil Campbell, Alabama.
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
And Orange, California.
Wait for your love.
Good morning,
Love you.
Today is our 20th anniversary.
Mother-daughter trip from Columbus, Ohio.
Shout out to Johns Creek, Georgia.
Happy birthday, Shelby.
Sending love to my mom and dad.
In Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
It's my dream come true to be on the Today Show.
Well, look at that. Dreams coming true.
I was about to say, there you go.
Dreams coming true. Welcome back to Today on this Wednesday morning. Halfway to the weekend. Chanel Jones here with us while Savannah rests her voice after vocal cord surgery. She's on the mend.
She's doing well.
She is doing well.
Yeah.
But always good to have you here. Let's get right to your news at 8. We're going to start with the very latest from Venezuela. President Trump now says that nation has agreed to send millions of barrels of oil to the U.S. Meanwhile, the Trump administration making it clear it's now setting its sights on Greenland. NBC's chief White House correspondent Peter Alexander has the latest on all of it. He joins us from his post there at the White House. Peter, good morning.
Greg, good morning to you. Developing just this morning, the U.S. has seized another sanctioned oil tanker. That's according to a U.S. official. This operation happening in the Atlantic, taking over a Russian-flagged tanker, what is known as the Bella 1, after a dramatic weeks-long chase at sea. It marks a new flashpoint between Washington and Moscow. Overnight, the president also announced Venezuela will turn over 30 to 50 million barrels of oil to the U.S. That is roughly as much as the U.S. produces in a few days. He says it'll be sold at market price and, quote, that money will be controlled by me to benefit both Americans and Venezuelans. On that topic, a White House official tells NBC News the president is going to host a meeting with oil executives here at the White House on Friday. Separately, the president's years-long desire to take control of Greenland, calling it a national security priority, is picking up steam. The White House on that matter revealing the president and his team are discussing a range of options for acquiring the Arctic territory from Denmark. They add that utilizing the military is always an option. The New York Times cites U.S. officials, and it reports that Secretary of State Marco Rubio told lawmakers that the president's latest plan is to buy Greenland rather than invade it. Denmark and 6 other NATO allies delivered a sharp rebuke of the president's comments, writing, "Greenland belongs to its people." Craig.
Peter Alexander from the White House. Peter, thank you.
Some frightening moments last night for passengers on board a LATAM Airlines flight from Peru. The plane was attempting to land in Atlanta when several tires exploded shortly after touching down. Despite the blowout, the pilots were able to land safely, managing to bring the aircraft to a controlled stop on the runway. Officials say, fortunately, no one was injured, but one passenger says the hard landing broke a bathroom door. An investigation into the incident is now underway.
Michael Reagan, the eldest son of former President Ronald Reagan, has died at the age of 80 after a battle with cancer. He was a well-known conservative voice who worked for decades to keep his father's political vision alive. NBC's Ryan Nobles joins us now with a look back at his life. Ryan, good morning.
Hey, Craig, good morning. The Reagan family announced that Michael Reagan passed away on Sunday, surrounded by his family in California, adding, "Our hearts are deeply broken as we grieve the loss of a man who meant so much to all who knew and loved him." Michael Reagan, the eldest son of former President Ronald Reagan, spent decades carrying on the legacy of his father's conservative values.
My dad showed us the pathway.
Michael was adopted at birth in 1945 by Reagan, who was a Hollywood star at the time, and his first wife, Oscar-winning actress Jane Wyman.
Doesn't it bother you at all to always be referred to as the president's adopted son?
I hated it. I looked at it as illegitimate.
He was 35 years old when his father was first elected to the White House in 1980. Michael often shining a spotlight on his father's humanity.
His first thought was that, gee, can I do this now?
In 1981, he was the voice of calm, following an assassination attempt on his father's life.
My father is in fine condition, and he's going to serve a full 8 years.
Later, an incident with his father's second wife, Nancy Reagan, made national headlines after she suggested Michael was estranged from the family.
Really, Dad should be able to be president of the United States and not worry about family squabbles.
After his father left office, Michael remained in the public eye, working for nearly 2 decades as a conservative radio talk show host and political contributor. But he may be best remembered for his commitment to public service and advancing the conservative vision his father once championed.
Dad, when I go, I will go to heaven too. And you and I, we will dance with the heavenly host of angels before the presence of God.
And while Michael Reagan worked to continue on his father's conservative legacy, Ronald Reagan's other children have gone in a different political direction. His daughter, Patty Davis, is a longtime critic of the Republican Party, and his other son, Ron, is an outspoken progressive activist and talk show host. Michael, meanwhile, helped to raise money and awareness for causes like Alzheimer's, which took his father's life. He is survived by his wife, Colleen, and their 2 children. Craig?
Ryan Nobles. Ryan, thank you.
A big shakeup in the NFL yesterday. The Baltimore Ravens fired head coach John Harbaugh after 18 seasons on the job. Harbaugh ranks 12th for most wins by a head coach in NFL history. He led the Ravens to a Super Bowl championship in 2013. But the team has fallen short of expectations in recent years, missing the playoffs entirely this season. Harbaugh probably won't be out of a job long. He's said to be a top candidate for several head coaching jobs, including the New York Giants.
I think he probably ends up here in New York. What do you...
I mean, if you...
Come on, Chanel.
My grandmother used to say, don't get me lying.
Maybe he ends up in Vegas.
His agent said that 45 minutes after he was let go, 7 teams called him.
Wow. I can believe it.
So he's definitely the hot one.
All right, he'll be all right.
Guys, coming up in Pop Start here, we are movie packed. We're talking the big reveal in the new Avengers teaser. We're going to let you know why it has fans of another film franchise so pumped up.
All right, buddy. First, though, we are just 30 days away from the Winter Olympics, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see by our countdown clock there, sponsored by Comcast. And the U.S. Figure Skating Championships are getting underway. And Tara Lipinski, live in St. Louis to preview the action, the stars, and what could very well be the greatest U.S. team ever assembled. We'll talk about that right after this.
Countdown to Milan is sponsored by Lilly. Health is never over.
We are back with our countdown to Milan, the Winter Olympics opening ceremony now just 30 short days away.
Of course, figure skating is always a must-watch event. And this week, some key members of Team USA are being decided at the U.S. Figure Skating Championships.
Our friend Tara Lipinski has made her way to St. Louis. We're going to talk to Tara in just a moment. But first, NBC's Stephanie Gosk is here with a preview of the action.
You can really feel the excitement,
yes,
can't you? I mean, I certainly feel it. You know, with the Winter Olympics just weeks away, this is set to be Team USA's strongest group of figure skaters in decades. 3, 4, even 5 gold medals within reach. This weekend, the stars will be on the ice competing in nationals, a showcase of the greatness to come in Italy.
This morning in St. Louis, the U.S. Figure Skating Championships ready to kick off. The final qualifying event for the Olympic Games, just a month away. The team has not been announced, but it is already taking shape. Ilya Malinin securing his spot with a record performance last month at the Grand Prix in Japan. The quad god landing a world record 7 of those stunning jumps in his free program. Craig catching up with him just after the competition.
When did you do your first quad? How old were you?
I think I was 13 years old when I did my first quad jump.
On the St. Louis practice ice Wednesday,
Alyssa getting her final reps in.
Alyssa Liu was warming up for the big event. The 20-year-old shocked everyone, even herself.
Starting off with a triple flip. Gorgeous.
When she skated perfectly to win the 2025 World Championship, the first U.S. woman to win in nearly 2 decades. I had a chance to ask her about it.
What was it like when you came off the ice after that performance?
I was in shock and disbelief just because I had done such a great free skate. I'd never done a program that good before that entire year.
Also worth keeping an eye on, Amber Glenn, defending national champion who was denied a spot on the team in Beijing. Milan would be her first Olympics. The 26-year-old posting this sweet message to her younger self. Woo! And the married ice dancing duo Madison Chock and Evan Bates. If they win this weekend, it will be their 5th national championship in a row. But it is not just the figure skaters of Team USA set to light up the games in Italy. Michaela Schifrin is skiing better than ever, looking for Olympic redemption.
History in the making!
Lindsey Vonn returned to skiing at age 41, and she is still one of the fastest in the world. As is speed skater Jordan Stolz. All ready to bring their speed and skill to the majestic Dolomites and the arenas of Milan. The 25th Winter Olympic Games are just around the corner.
For the figure skaters, this weekend's competition is important, but how they do isn't the only consideration for who makes the team. A stumble or fall for the superstars will not ruin anyone's chances, but expect to see their best either way. Competition starts today, guys.
I just love watching it.
Right?
I said it earlier this morning, it feels like not necessarily flying, but they're like floating. I mean, it's
almost flying.
Right?
I know you're going to be in Milan. There's so many great storylines to follow.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to it.
All right. Gold medalist Tara Lipinski will also be in Milan. We've got a lot to talk about right now, though. She is ringside in St. Louis covering the competition for NBC Sports. Tara, good morning.
Good morning. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I know you've been chatting with the team there in St. Louis. There has been so much hype, Tara Lipinski, surrounding this particular team, as Steph just reported. Is the hype justified? Could we be that good?
Yes, this is the best U.S. team I've seen in decades. And I've skated in the late 90s when figure skating was at the height of its popularity, and I feel that energy coming back. Because it's not just one star. There's depth across the men's, women's, and the dance event.
On that note, let's start with the men. We just showed this video of, quad god Ilya Malinin. I'm amazed at how high he gets in the air. I know you talked to him. How's he feeling? And for people who may not know, put it in perspective, on what he means to the sport.
He is revolutionizing and redefining men's skating. He's a once-in-a-generation skater. Everyone is playing catch-up because he is doing the impossible. No one can even attempt what he is trying. He landed 7 quads. He's the Simone Biles of figure skating.
Let's talk about the women's field for a moment here, Tara. Who are we looking at there? Who do we think is going to be representing Team USA in Milan on the women's side?
Oh, I am very excited about the women's event. Maybe a little biased because it is my event, but it's going to be good. I am calling them the big 3. There are 3 top contenders: Isabeau Levito, Amber Glenn, and Alyssa Liu. Alyssa Liu has had an incredible comeback. She was at the last Olympics, retired. We thought we wouldn't see her again, and she has come back with so much joy for the sport. It's not a comeback out of pressure. It's a comeback out of passion, and you really feel the difference. And she has that technical firepower, and it seems she's in her own little bubble where the pressure isn't affecting her, and she's able to go out there and skate lights out every single time.
I love that. And then there are the veterans. We were just talking about this, Chock and Bates, as you just said, Madison Chock and Evan Bates. Could they bring home the gold?
Oh, yes. They are the favorites to bring home the gold, and they have had so much longevity in this sport, so much experience. They are the veterans, but this is their time to shine, so it's really exciting to see them on the ice and just be able to soak it in. This is their moment to bring home gold.
Tara, is it true that she designs the costumes that they wear? Is that right?
Oh, yes. It's the whole package with them. She is so fierce. Not a sparkle, not a rhinestone out of place ever.
I just love Chock and Bates. The fact that they're married and skate together, going for gold. Tara, thank you. Thank you so much. Champions will be crowned this weekend, and we'll know our Olympic team as well. Coverage of the U.S. Figure Skating Championships. It starts today. It runs through Saturday here on NBC and, of course, streaming on Peacock.
Can't wait. And by the way, Hoda will be sitting down for an exclusive interview with the skaters named to the U.S. Olympic team, and we'll have their conversation for you next Monday right here on Today.
All right, as Al says,
best time of the morning.
All right, let's get to it. We're going to start with Avengers Doomsday. Just about a year ago, Marvel revealing that they'll be bringing back some original X-Men for the newest Avengers movie, and now we're starting to get a sneak peek at the cast in a new teaser that includes Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, and James Marsden.
The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
The new video is just a peek inside the growing Doomsday cast, which also includes Chris Evans back as Steve Rogers, Chris Hemsworth returning as Thor. That movie will land in theaters in just a short 11 months from now.
Mark our calendar.
Next up, The Housemaid. Last month, Frida McFadden's hit novel hit the big screen.
I don't know what I'd do without you, Millie.
I need this job. I can't
can't lose it. I do not want to go back.
And good news for the fans of the series, Lionsgate confirming the sequel already in the works. Production expected to start later this year. Star and executive producer Sydney Sweeney returning alongside Michele Moroni reprising his role. The movie made $130 million worldwide. It's no wonder they're running it back.
That author sells books like crazy, Frida McFadden.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
You seem interested.
Next up is Star Search. Just a lot to get to in Pop Star today.
You keep powering.
No, but I'm excited about this one.
With this gem. No, go ahead, roll the tape.
Yeah.
Here. This is a throwback.
She didn't win. I remember that.
Yes, that is Beyonce. And there were a lot of stars on Star Search back in the day.
Did she win?
I don't think so. Who's going to be the next Queen Bee? Or Usher?
She didn't win.
Or maybe even Britney. Netflix bringing back the show Star Search.
Yeah.
And they've just revealed here are the 3 new judges. Jelly Roll, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Chrissy Teigen. Anthony Anderson serves as MC. Star Search will stream live on Netflix starting January 10th.
It'll be good. It won't be as good as The Voice.
No.
Well, I think it's apples and oranges.
Yeah, okay. Good.
What a good answer, Carson.
Next up, Notting Hill. All the votes rise in the talent.
Yay!
Chanel, let's roll the clip again for Chanel, please.
Okay, great.
Oh, God.
I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her.
Can you believe it?
And she lost. We're explaining to Ethan Hawke that Beyonce lost. It's hard to believe, actually. So why are we showing this again? We've been talking about Notting Hill all morning long. It's because Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant, it's a 30-year-old rom-com, but it said that that whole thing almost didn't happen. In an interview with Deadline, Julia was saying that she didn't initially understand the premise for playing a movie star. She said, I just remember when my agent called me about it, I thought, well, that sounds like the dumbest idea for any movie I could ever do. And then, of course, she read the script. It won her over, and the rest is,
I love that
as they say,
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's Henry Hager's #1.
Really?
Wow. Wow.
He was number one.
Are you telling the truth?
Like, of all movies?
Text him.
Okay.
Wow.
That's so
Finally,
touching.
Jennifer Gardner, how much do we love Jen's mom, Pat? She came to Studio 1A. She baked us a cobbler, if I'm not mistaken. She's the best. Well, she's taking her travels even further in the new year. Jen revealing on Instagram that she and mom rang in 2026 from beneath the Northern Lights. They were all the way up in Yellowknife, Canada. Check this out.
My mom, Pat, she's an adventurer. And this year she told me that she needed to see the Northern Lights, needed to see them. And so off we went, and everyone said, oh, it might, you might not see the aurora. People come up for a week and don't see the aurora. But guess what? Just like Mom ordered, right overhead, bright in the sky, bright to the naked eye, greens and yellows and purples from one side of the sky to the other, dancing overhead. It was so beautiful. Mom, you had a really good idea. What a great way to bring in the new year. I'm so glad you love adventures.
You want to tell me more, don't you?
It's 4 hours. That was just
It's a full
Canadian
I mean, I'm over here
Yellowknife clip. That's
about
beautiful.
how that happened scientifically.
Yeah, she's like, real quick, give me like the short answer. I'm like, why is it?
Oh, the Northern Lights?
That was good.
I'm
why is
proud
it
of you.
green? And she said chemicals in the sky.
Have any of you ever seen it?
No, and I want to see them.
I'd love to.
We should try to see if the show will let
That's
us
your part.
go.
What?
We say what?
Ethan Hawke has seen the Northern Lights. He confirms they're real.
Have you seen it, Ethan?
I have.
Of course. Yes.
Up in Alaska, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hawke is here. We're going to talk about the role that landed him a nomination at this weekend's Golden Globes. We'll talk about what's next in his prolific career in Hollywood. We'll talk about his daughter, who is starting to outshine him as well. We'll do it right after your local news and weather.
Northern Lights.
Oh, Craig.
It's true.
Welcome back at 8:30 on this Wednesday morning, hump day, as Craig likes to say. And we have a happy crowd today, spending it out here with us here on our corner of Rockefeller Plaza.
Very nice. Craig Melvin.
Almost got it.
Guys, we talked about, pizza's recent struggles. We learned that Dylan doesn't even like pizza. It doesn't matter.
I'm not.
And in this half hour, we're going to focus on another popular food that's undergoing some big changes. We're talking about the iconic French baguette. Our buddy Keir Simmons.
That's more my speed.
Is going to show us the big transformation that's going on with it because, people are getting more focused on health and fitness.
Messing with the baguette.
We'll see.
Oh, man. All right. Then in our third hour, we're going to check out LinkedIn's jobs on the rise in 2026, including where to start if you're looking for a change, and also how to get in on the AI boom.
Guys, bless you.
Thank you.
Did you
Sorry.
Just sneeze? All right, later, my pal Matt Rogers is back to co-host, and we are going to be catching up with comedian and writer John Mulaney, and we'll have a performance by the Broadway cast of Aladdin.
Oh, nice.
Genie. I'm a
Looking
genie
forward
in a
to
bottle,
that.
baby.
All right. Kind of like Aladdin, wrapping things up a little
They
bit.
didn't sing
But
that
that's okay. But first, let's get another look at the weather. Oh, Dylan.
Oh, Chanel, it's not too bad out here. You know, in the Northeast, we've got temperatures above average. That's going to be the trend back through the Great Lakes, back through the Midwest, into the Plain States. Look for those unseasonably warmer temperatures. Some morning fog down along the Gulf Coast. We also had some here in New York, but that is now melting away. Heavy snow is possible tomorrow back through the Rockies. Some stronger storms begin to develop across the eastern plains into the Midwest, too. Some heavier downpours, the lightning, the gusty winds. Record highs expected down across Texas into Louisiana, Mississippi tomorrow. Sunny up and down the East Coast. Pleasant, too, with temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Even warmer down through Florida in the 70s and 80s. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
We're back with our version of the famous Sardi's restaurant in 1940s New York, because it's the setting of Ethan Hawke's movie Blue Moon. Blue Moon tells the story of famed lyricist Lawrence Hart on the opening night of Oklahoma, as Hart sees his former writing partner Richard Rodgers team up with someone new, Oscar Hammerstein. Take a look.
Okay, best line in Casablanca. Nobody ever loved me that much. Isn't that magnificent? 6 words. Nobody ever loved me that much. And really, who's ever been loved enough? Who's ever been loved half enough? Would you get me a shot?
Larry, you told me under no circumstances.
I'm just gonna look at it. Take the measure of its amber heft in my hand.
You told me.
Just give me the drink.
Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Congratulations on Order 2, by the way, because this weekend, you, sir, are up for Best Actor for this film.
For this film, yeah.
When you go to an award show like that, after all these years, do you sit there like on pins and needles? Are you nervous, or are you just...
All right, every time I think that I'm not going to be nervous, you know, I mean, really, I'm rolling over there. I think it's going to be fine. I got something I'm going to say. But there's something about the whole experience of not knowing that does make you so uneasy. And you start to want, your brain is at two things. One part of you wants to win because it's nice to win, and the other part of you desperately doesn't want to have to give a speech. So it's kind of win-win, but then when you don't win, you feel like a loser. And so that doesn't feel good, and then you wish you did get to give a speech. It's kind of, and if you do win, you have to give a speech, and invariably you feel terrible about the way you gave it. So then it's lose-lose.
Do you prepare the speech in advance, or do you get up there and just, you're off the cuff?
I do. It annoys me when people get up there and like, I had no idea. It's like, what do you mean you're 1 of 5? You had some idea.
You got a 20% shot.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, come on.
I told you when you came originally a few months ago for this film that you're fantastic in it. You carry this film in a way that a lot of actors, a lot of actresses probably could. We're talking like 3/4 of all of the dialogue in the film. It's just you.
And it's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when I finished my first day of filming on this movie, I realized, I looked at the amount of verbiage that I had said that day, and I think it was more lines my first day than I'd had in the previous 5-6 years of my life as an actor.
Wow.
I mean, this is the way I think about the movie. It's kind of like watching a human being walk in front of a firing squad, and if he stops talking, they're going to fire. So he just pop, 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 pop.
And you're right, and the cadence that he has in the film too. It's rapid fire.
Yeah, and I don't know. The good news is, for me, is that the script was it was one of the best scripts I ever read. I would sit there at night, like, trying to learn my lines over and over again, and I would just giggle. I'd sit there all night long just giggling because the script is so funny, it's so brilliant. So it was a pleasure to do.
And this is also, if I'm not mistaken, the 9th film that you've done with the director?
With Richard Linklater, yeah. And in all his films, you know, we did Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Before Midnight, Boyhood. All the movies are wildly dialogue heavy, so I'm used to pulling that weight with him.
A little birdie tells me that you guys are working on number 10.
That's right. Everything has been preparation for what's to come. The 10th is going to be the best. We started dreaming.
That's a bold statement.
I'm making it, man. I'm not even shy. I'm not even nervous about saying it. We've been thinking about this movie since about 1998. He's been thinking about it longer than that. He's had this dream for a long time in his head, and it's going to be good.
Well, I mean, you got to give us more than that. Like, what's giving?
All right. How about this? Personally, I think I have no doubt in saying it will be among the greatest films ever made.
Wow.
And I'll be back on your show in about 18 months to back it up.
Okay, so it's going to come out in 27.
You will finish it next year. So, yeah, 27.
Is it a period piece?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about your daughter for a second.
Okay.
Maya, she is a part of this little show.
When you first said that, you know what went through my mind? What? A flashback to like a parent-teacher conference. And I was like, oh no, what she knew now. Oh,
I'll tell you
Maya.
what she's doing. She's crushing it.
Yeah.
She's on this little show called Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, that show. Yeah.
And it's interesting because there was an interview done. She'd done this interview recently. I'm going to show you what she said. This is when she knew that Stranger Things was becoming what it's now become. Take a listen.
The moment that that really struck me, so I was walking down the street with my dad, and someone went, "Whoa, hey!" And my dad turned around and he went, "Sorry, I'm not doing any pictures or photos today," and then like kept walking, and the guy was like, "I don't know who you are, man. I wanted to talk to Robin." And I was like, "Oh boy, it's a big show."
They're like, Ethan who?
You know, she's actually being shy. That's happened like 5 times. Yeah. No, I got to tell you, it's one of the most incredible feelings I've ever had in my life, particularly if you know this person, Maya. Yeah. Because when she was a little girl, this is what she wanted. She always wanted to paint and draw and write poems, and I'd take her to see Broadway shows or see Adele or Taylor Swift or see, I'd take her to the Film Forum to see old French movies and things, and you could just, even as a kid, she wanted to participate in that collective dialogue that is the arts, right? She wanted it so bad, and to see her getting to do it at a high level, be a part of her generation, making something that people really love, making people really happy. Yeah. It feels great.
Dreams come true.
Well, they do.
Dreams come true. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks,
I always enjoy it when you stop by.
You know what? I'm going to have a good time no matter what happens.
Yeah.
I promise.
I look forward to hearing your speech.
I hope so.
All right. Ethan, thank you. And again, oh, by the way, thanks for hanging out at Sardi's. And
yeah, thanks for the Bloody Mary, man. This is a class show you run.
Yeah, you're not getting this on another network. You can catch Blue Moon, select theaters. It's also available to rent or buy on streaming platforms as well.
Jill's Steals and Deals is sponsored by the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. Shop like a 2%er with Active Cash.
We are back with Steals and Deals this morning. Simple ways to refresh your everyday essentials for the new year. By the way, all for up to 77% off. Your friend, lifestyle and commerce contributor Jill Martin has them for us. Just scan that QR code so you can just start shopping with us right now. Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning.
Happy New Year.
I've seen you so many times since. So I'll say Happy New Year to everyone, but also get ready for an unbelievable shower in the new year. Okay,
Ooh,
this is the Athena filtered shower head. Retail $159, the deal price $70, 56% off plus free shipping. So let me tell you about the filter. Promises to reduce harsh minerals and chlorine in the water, which can cause dull hair, dry skin, you know, that build up.
Yes.
It's super simple to install. I'll do it for your shower. Just unscrew your old shower head, wrap the included plumbing tape around the pipe, and twist the shower head into place. The kit includes a small tool, but you could do it by hand, and it comes in different matte and shiny to match
it looks very modern and sleek.
This is worth every penny for a better shower, but also a healthier shower.
I love that. I love a good pillow too. What does this one do?
So this is something like I would say to you. You should refresh your pillows. Like,
I know,
if you don't remember the last time, it's the time now.
Is this a cooling one?
Yeah. So that's the Nesting Company Cooling Memory Foam Pillow Set 2-pack. Retail $149.99 to $169.99. Deal price $35 to $39. 77% off. They're machine washable, durable, long-lasting. It's under $20 a pillow. And what's great about these for hot sleepers or anyone, it has cooling technology
you can feel
in it.
Yeah. Even when you touch it, it's cool to the touch.
And also, how great is the memory foam? It just adjusts. My neck, literally, I had no hot water in the shower this morning, and my neck hurts from the pillow. These are like the two first
This
things
is what
I
you need.
Right.
Okay, so actually, multiple choice, I don't know what this is.
So multiple choice.
What is this?
This is something you're actually going to like and
Am
use.
I?
Yeah, don't do it now.
Oh, wait, it's cool inside.
Yeah, or it could be hot. It's the Bene Cold Warm Soothing Head Wrap. Retail $49.95. The deal price $19, 62% off. So the material is safe to use on bare skin. You could put it in the Craig. You could put it in the microwave. You could put it in the freezer. And what's so great about this, it just is temperature will reduce your stress. You just put it on, and those 15 minutes that you take when you're like, what am I doing? You reset, takes away puffiness, swelling. I love this, and I use this all the time.
I love that.
I keep it in the freezer.
Okay.
Okay, this everyone's obsessed with.
I was just about to say, I'm
Infinity
starting to see
Sculpting and
this.
Contouring Device. The retail $199, the deal price $39, 80% off.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is what you do. It's super easy to use. Just turn it on and glide it. There's different settings to choose from: red, blue, green, and electromagnetic stimulation. The brand says each uniquely targets different issues like improving skin tone, reducing the look of fine lines, inflammation, tightening. You see these viral, you see them here.
Everybody's doing them
and
now.
Yeah, and this is the one to get. It's $39. If you question if it works, believe me, it works.
I think it works. I've used it a few times.
And get it home.
Okay.
The Bala Bangles,
I see
1
now
pound or
why
2 pound
people are
weight.
doing this.
Retail $55 to $65. The deal price $27 to $32, 51% off. I mean, they come in 1 pound, they come in 2 pounds. You put them on your ankles or you put them on your wrists. And I just walk
Do I
around.
look like Popeye?
Yeah, I mean, I cannot believe in this segment how buff you just got. But this is a viral brand. They rarely go on sale.
Yeah.
Again, just use them for your walk. It'll just accentuate anything that you're doing.
And even just in a few minutes I've had them on, I
you
feel like
feel
I'm
it a little
doing
bit.
something.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That
what
makes
are
me
these?
so happy. Okay, shapewear.
Okay.
Say that 10 times fast. $45 to $65 is retail. $19 to $32, up to 58% off. So I'll ask you this: when was the last time you refreshed your wardrobe staples? Leggings, bras, tops. These all need an upgrade in your closet. They all have shapewear in them, built in. They do not leave lines. The tank tops are super yummy and soft, but also hold you in.
Yeah.
Any combination you need. There's a bodysuit. Oh, here. I love the bodysuit for layering.
Yeah.
So really just look at what you need and then refresh. There's the padded bra that has the adjustments there. So really anything you need, clean out, declutter. New year.
And start afresh. I like this because there are no lines.
Yeah, that's
seamless.
exactly
All
right.
You want to give us the products one more time?
Okay, we have the Afina Filtered Shower Head, the Nesting Company Pillows, the Bane Soothing Head Wrap, the Infinity Sculpting and Contouring Device, the Bala Bangles, and the Shaper Mint Shapewear.
You have good stuff, as always. All right, shop, scan the QR code, or check out today.com/deals. Just ahead, the trend of losing weight and the toll it's taking on a mealtime staple, France's most popular bread. Keir Simmons is here stateside to bring us this story. I know, right? We'll put this on my wrist while I eat the baguette. But first, this is Today on NBC. Ooh. Makes you want to go.
Welcome back. Bonjour. So when you think of France, what comes to mind? Perhaps the Eiffel Tower, Notre Dame, maybe a baguette.
And with more people starting to watch their figures, it's a new year. Some French bakeries are experimenting with different ways to create that iconic bread. And here to explain is NBC's Keir Simmons. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, Keir.
Bonjour, we should say, right?
Bonjour.
Bonjour. New year, new you. I can guarantee you someone you know or even yourself is not eating bread right now to try and drop those carbs. But it wouldn't be a French meal without a baguette on the table. Or would it? In France, home of fashion, even breakfast has style.
Un pain au chocolat.
As Emily discovered in Paris. For more than a century, this instantly recognizable bread has been a food fashion icon. 10 billion are consumed in France every year. Here in Paris, the baguette is as traditional as the Eiffel Tower. The French president called this bread perfection in our daily lives. And still, the way we live our lives is changing. Fashion's focus on fitness and health is influencing even the way Parisians eat their loaves. Here at Boulangerie La Parisienne, Mikel has won awards for his baguettes. What makes this perfect?
Les alvéoles, tu peux leur expliquer?
The kind of holes, the shape of it inside.
Yes.
Yes.
Smell.
Yeah.
And that.
The sound.
Yeah.
He's now making healthier options. Rye bread.
Yeah.
A little bit gluten-free.
Yes, little bit.
A little bit gluten-free. Upstairs, time for a taste test. Mikkel cuts a piece of his sourdough. Experts say bread like this stays fresher for longer, and it's easier to digest for many because of its long fermentation. It's delicious. It's the latest trend to hit Paris. The French are eating fewer baguettes. People used to consume around 3 loaves a day. By 2016, that was down to half a daily loaf. Joshua Lee, visiting from New Jersey, says he's among millions who now watch what they eat, except today. You're normally on a carb diet, but you were on vacation.
I'm on vacation and I'm in Paris. I need to try the baguette.
Across town at Boulangerie Pompette, the Levesque family say fears that the young are moving on are misplaced.
Victoria, Constance,
Camilla.
You're all sisters?
Yes. Yeah.
Even their dog Marcel. Baking here is a family affair, begun by their grandfather. Is it fun working with your sisters?
Yeah, it's amazing to work with your family, I think.
You have to say that, though.
Yeah.
They are embracing modern diets, even making a baguette with sourdough. So this baguette, for example,
this one, for example, is what we call la tradition.
Right.
And this is only with sourdough.
Only with sourdough?
Yeah. This flour is healthier, so French people now prefer to eat this kind of bread.
Yes, because we're all watching our weight.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid of change, the sisters say. Once upon a time, even the baguette sandwich was a new invention. Paris is a place where you get to try every kind of bread and pastry.
The pastry here has been the best one that we've had. We've had pastry all over the city.
Like James Teller and John Limon from San Antonio, Texas.
We walk like 10 miles a day, so...
When you're in Paris?
Yes, and we eat whatever we want.
Merci. And after a morning of taste tests, time for a break. And what better for lunch than a baguette? Bon appetit. Superb. Now, I have to tell you guys, I did not bring these baguettes from Paris.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
They are still delicious. Good.
They're really good.
It's sourdough.
This is sourdough, and you can taste it, right? Yeah. They're not fresh enough, honestly, so when you kind of squeeze, you don't quite get that. Well, actually, yeah, there you go. A little bit of a sound.
Yeah.
But what was interesting was to see how they make that bread on the premises, and you need to buy it and need to sit within, 3 hours.
Sure. Not hard to do. Delicious.
Not hard to do.
Au revoir.
I'll take it anyway.
Third and fourth hours on the way. Retta's going to be here in the
Merci
third hour
beaucoup, monsieur.
to talk about the ugliest house in America after your local news.
All right. Let's just...
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.